going on? What's going on? Gotta wear these cheap headphones, earmuffs. These ones snapped the other day. I was just taking them off. I got this stupid little plastic piece right here, and it just like blasted through it. Kind of annoying. Probably try to fix it with something, but yeah. Hey Steph, baby kisses, what's up? So yeah, I put a video out. I was a little upset about it. I only had these couple years and already broke. That's annoying. I'm stuck with these for now. Hey, thanks, baby kisses. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. 42 watching, 3 thumbs up. If you guys are here, smash that follow, subscribe, like button, whatever. Appreciate that gift, baby kisses. Thank you so much. Working on welcome animals, right? I got 2 moose and a few bears. Got to make a delivery. It's going to be on Thursday instead of today. Thursday. So it's going to end up being probably a 7-hour round trip driving, so that should be fun. Lots of fun. Blocked these out the other day, and I got to get them finished up. So that's what we're working on. I think we're gonna get them all to this point, and we'll torch them and paint them. So this was the moose blocked out before any detail. Now we're gonna detail it up. How seasoned is the wood? The Amish just cut it for me 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Not very seasoned at all. So we're gonna do the old cut down the What chainsaw do I recommend for a beginner? Something you can afford, something you can handle. Probably a smaller one. Back handle, no top handle saw. It's going to come down to your budget and what you've got to spend. That comes down to where you're located. Carved up some bears that'll hold welcome signs and fishing poles, and carved up a couple moose that'll do the same the other day. So now we're just detailing them and getting them ready for the store. So as far as a chainsaw for a beginner, I'm a steel guy. So I, again, it comes down to how much money do you have to spend, right? But you can start off with a 172 or a 182. I think the 162s are just way underpowered. If that's all you can afford, that's what you can afford. And just start carving with that. Start practicing. Start making whatever you want to make. Get used to your saw. But you also really should get ear, eye protection, pair of chaps, safety shoes, get all the PPE required so that you're safe, as safe as you can be. And then safety gear, saw, and the next great investment is a jaw horse. So, if you start off with a small saw, get yourself a safety gear and a jaw horse, depending on where you're located, probably spend $800 to $1,000 just on that stuff. So, but most people skip safety gear because that's what they decide to skip on. But you really shouldn't. And I've been carving since, 2015. I still wear chaps, steel toe boots, all of it for the most part. Your Western New York and the Finger Lakes, huh? Cool. I got a lot of beginner tutorials here on my page. Whole playlist of beginner stuff. Teach you how to get going with just a, yeah, Rumpelstiltskin. So this basically holds the piece for you. Now, if you can get yourself a log that's at the right height for however tall you are, you could screw into the bottom of one log that you're going to carve with a board that's longer, and then screw the whole piece down to the top of the big log. It's a lot of work, though. That just clamps it all down. Let's see. This might work. Probably won't. I just pinned up the jaw horse, what that looks like, and get it at Lowe's. Thanks, Sage. Appreciate it. Smash that subscribe button. As I said before, you can find me on TikTok as well. Ridgeforth. I'm running an MSA 200 and an MSA 220. Thanks, Sylvia. The somebody asked about saws. So this is the MSA 200. Put a quarter pitch sprocket on it, running a dime tip or a carving bar by steel. All right. This has got a 160 battery. They don't make those anymore, so you want to get a 300 or one of those 300 batteries. I run gas saws too. I probably got like 30 chainsaws or more, but I've picked up a lot of them. A couple smalls. That's the battery. We got a couple small gas ones out here for little projects. Usually these shelves are all saw. I mean, they still look like they're all saws. Usually these are packed with chainsaws though. But I've been picking up. I got a huge tree that's over my tent and it's dead. And so I have to take this whole thing down in the next 2 weeks actually. So I'm trying to get this order done. I got a couple other things I got to work on, and then this all has to be taken down and moved so they can bring a bucket truck in, take that big tree down, and then we're gonna have to put it back up. I was gonna probably just keep it down, but I don't know. I gotta talk to my buddy because I got set up over at his place where I carve, but there's no power. I do have a generator. Actually, I have a couple generators, but nothing can get locked up over there, and so it's trying to, you know, do I want to run chains through things and tie everything down and chain everything up and do padlocks and all that, or just reset up here? At the same time, I wouldn't mind having this space back. So, I don't know. Move the basketball hoop back here and have a place for that and kind of just have the space back, but trying to figure it out, you know, trying to figure it out. It's convenient here. I can walk outside, I can go live. Plus the other thing I deal with at the other place that I carve, at my carving yard that my buddy has set me up with, no power and no Wi-Fi, and so there's also horrible cell service. I only have one bar there. Here I got 3 bars of cell service plugged up into my Wi-Fi system. So if I get set up, if I were to set up over there, I got to talk with him and see if we can make sure he's getting the best Wi-Fi you can buy, which means I'll have to pay the difference, and see if we can run some sort of Wi-Fi extender power out there. So not necessarily power to run tools, but something so I can get better Wi-Fi 50 feet away from his house, 100 feet from his house. So I don't know. And at the same time, I'd like to move this away from my house, just so I have to disconnect. You know what I mean? Like I have to disconnect from work when I go to work and be home when I'm home, if that makes any sense. Yeah, but sometimes it's tough to disconnect from work, you know? That can be the tough part. But I wouldn't mind having this space back that this sits on, because it's part of my driveway. In the road. Right now the basketball hoop sits out in the road. I'd like to move it potentially here for the kids. But it's a very slow street, so it's not like it's crazy or anything. Yeah, that's the biggest thing with my stuff be secure. See, and that's the other part of it. If I were to move, say, like I got a tent there already that I carved, but I don't leave anything there but wood in another jaw horse. So, you know, what would get left there? I would have to load up all my tools every time I go back and forth, unless I get like one of those rigid toolboxes for in the tent and just lock up things. One or two of those. Drive some big stuff in the ground. Honestly, a lot of that sounds like a ton of work, but for me, it's really not. Dig a hole, pour concrete, have eyelets sticking out, chain them things to the ground, or even pour them into the ground so they're tied in, and just leave my carving stuff right there locked up. But I don't know yet. I don't know. I gotta chat with him. I know I'm sure my neighbors would love it if I wasn't carving here anymore. But it's a lot. Oh, I need a drill. I gotta go grab a cordless drill. Don't go bailing on me. Barn boards on the backside were stolen. Yeah, people are awesome like that, aren't they? Yeah. I could find a different carving. I have a place I do carve. You know, my buddy allows me to carve there. I could find a different place, but every other place consists of overhead. Right now I have no overhead. You know what I mean? And if I were to, you know, chat with him and see if we could work something out to get it the way I'd want it, and I do bring back overhead. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind this space being freed up. One of these dropped and got smashed. No, I clamped it too hard in the jaw horse. I think it's this one. Probably gonna break. Maybe not. Oh, I gotta hustle. I gotta get this stuff done today. I'm busy tomorrow. I gotta pack up and load up tomorrow. Everything's green. So, we cut down the back. We don't usually do that, but we're gonna today. Nice little reliever. 61 watching, 19 thumbs up. What's happening? Smash that thumbs up, guys. Hit follow, subscribe, whatever the button is. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate ya. Right? I agree, Karen. 35 watching, 19 thumbs up. All you gotta do is tap, tap, tap-a-roo that screen. So if you guys want to learn chainsaw carve, I got beginner tutorial playlists on here. Walk you through cut for cut, step by step. It's always hard to try and do like live tutorials. I can never give you guys all the good angles. I never figured out how to, like, if I could do it, which I'm savvy, but not savvy enough. I would only want to do it if I could give you 2 camera angles like I do in the tutorial videos. And I can't do that on live. I don't know how to do it, so it's not gonna happen. Unless somebody wanted a one-on-one class, then I would still be on the phone, but we'd take our time, you know. It's gotta hold like a fishing pole or something. Yeah, you're welcome. Appreciate you as well. Yeah, good talk. That shopping bag right there as well has channel merch in the shopping bag along with a few cardinals. It shows just the cardinals. There's other stuff in the store. Not even going to burn it. We are going to dust it off, though. Make sure all the loose stuff's off. So you guys know, usually I don't put a big cut down the back, but we are on these. Amish just cut me 6x6s. And we just carved them up a few days ago, so they're super, super green. And put a relief cut in the back. Hopefully the face won't crack when they dry. You do have to grab a torch, though. You gotta at least burn the nose. Probably gonna. If you're a beginner and you're new, I don't really recommend that. It's a lot of fumes, and it's not super safe, so you know you probably shouldn't do that. Alright, we're gonna move this guy outside to dry so he doesn't get covered in sun. That's one. That's done. I think we're gonna just paint these guys brown. Maybe we'll hit it with the torch. This one's a little better. I really like that other torch I just grabbed. I don't feel like using the big propane one either. So, let's get these moose done and out of here. I'm not trying to add color with the torch. These have so much moisture in them, it would probably take all day to like actually burn them. Not doing that. Not worth the time. The burn that we're doing is just to get rid of the fuzzies. Press here gets rid of everything that's just loose. That's why we're just running the small torch today. Quick, fast, get them done, get them ready. This because I forgot. I got about 25 signs to make still today. And I spent the day cutting firewood. Spent the day cutting firewood. Somebody had a cherry tree, so these will be ready for paint. You know what I gotta find? You guys can probably barely hear me. Let me go see if I can find my microphones I just got. I have two sets. I have two sets of microphones. I keep forgetting about them. Do all that, go looking for them. They're probably gonna be dead. Figures. Thought I charged them, but I got a gray set kicking around somewhere too. I don't know where the heck they are. I might try to plug this in though and see if they are dead. Yeah, I want to try these anyway for future videos too. Yeah. Well, maybe these aren't going to work. It's supposed to go green. It's supposed to go green. I don't think these are working. That's annoying. It's like as soon as you pull one out, the other one goes green. Yeah. It's got to be these. I thought it was supposed to go green though. I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you hear this? Can you hear this? Any thumbs up? Probably not, right? You guys can't hear nothing? Nothing. Oh, wait. There it is. That works, doesn't it? Right there? Green light? That works. Yeah. There. Let me take this and go like this. Boom. There it is. Now, it's supposed to be noise canceling. When we start running tools, zippity doo dah, it's supposed to cancel the tool noise out. We shall see. But we don't have to run any tools right now. We gotta paint these moose. Now I don't have to feel like I have to look at the phone and yell. I'm gonna add a little color to these antlers though. These will all get sprayed with Helmsman acrylic. That's Minwax Helmsman acrylic polyurethane, which kind of sucks because it's water-based, but I can no longer buy polyurethane in a gallon here in upstate New York, and it is so not cost-effective to get the oil-based anymore. Sounds good? Yeah. Is it like crazy loud though? And does it sound all right? Can you hear me breathing? Extra heavy? Probably. I don't do drugs. I don't really drink, but I do inhale the smell of aerosol paint on occasions. Probably makes up for it. It's a moose. It's a moose's. It's a moose. Smells so good. Wait till you burn them. They smell even better, a little bit of fire. So you know what's good about the microphones? I can walk and take this guy outside. And the people that are just tuning in are like, oh my God, are you guys watching a ghost? There's nothing on the screen but a guy talking. The stupid things that pop into my head when I'm out here. Let's see. Or maybe that won't be as loud. Move it down my shirt a little bit. Forget I have these things. I don't even know where the other set is. This company actually sent me these on TikTok. And I reviewed them on TikTok for them. And they're just like, they're yours, keep them. And I always forget I have these microphones to use. TikTok's a place like that. So if you have a YouTube channel or you're an artist, you don't even need a YouTube channel. And you go and you start a TikTok page and you get a following, get up to 1,000 people, you enter the program that they have, and you can review products. I bought a few products first and then made really good review videos on TikTok, and then companies now reach out and say, hey, want to review our stuff? We'll give it to you for free. And then they just send you free crap and you review it and make a paycheck over on TikTok. You guys can all do the same thing. You don't even have to be an artist. Just have a topic that will grow a following. That's it. That is it. I got lucky over there. I shared that stair job. That's still in the works. And one of those videos went, it's 700, 800,000 views, went absolutely nuts. And I gained, I'm at 28,000 followers over there right now. And most of that was accumulated in a week and a half. Think about that. 28,000 followers in about a week and a half. Sorry, it was 26,000 followers in a week and a half. Now it's been a couple months and it's crept up to 28,000. I've been over here on YouTube since 2015 and we're just over what? 32, 34,000 people? 10 years to get there? It's wild. Anyway, over there you get all those viewers and then you get to showcase products. People, you get a percentage of that sale, and you supplement your income, guys. Easy peasy. And I'm going to be honest, I got a course on how to do it. So if anybody's interested, let me know, because I'll get it. I'm going to try to get it somewhere on here. Maybe I'll get it so it starts popping up in the description of all the videos so you guys can actually click a link. The wife and I sat down and made a comprehensive course for everybody to learn from. And so if anybody want, yeah, so 34.3 thousand followers here, and it's taken me 10 years to get there. TikTok, it took me a week and a half to get to 28,000. However, prior to that, I was on there for 2.5 years. So 2.5 years, had a video that went nuts, and it put me to 25,000 in a week and a half, and now we've crept up to 28 in the last 2 months. But if anybody else wants to learn how to make money on TikTok, you guys can do it. All you gotta do is post something consistently. There is some things to do and learn. If you want to learn that, I do have a course. The wife and I sat down, put it together, and it's like $49.95. Figured we'd charge for it, make a couple bucks. It costs me something to have it up every month, so it's costing me like $100 to have that course available. So if I can sell, and you only got to buy it once. You buy it once, you have access as long as it's available. And if we do updates and upgrades, you will already have it, so we don't make you pay any extra. But then the price goes up for new people, which probably next year we might do some stuff. So I'm thinking about adding like videos, tutorials to it, specifically for people that buy it. So with these microphones, you should be able to hear me pretty clear, even though the saw's running. Cut those little pieces off of there. I know I gotta get going on those stairs. I gotta get this order done. We got a couple more steps. All the steps are carved, but now we gotta recarve some deeper for different things customer wants to put in there. So I gotta get those together. And out here before we move the tent. That's what we gotta do. Drew this out. Oh yeah. This mask is bothering me today. Da, 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 da. mask is bothering me lately. I think I'm coming down with something. Don't tell my wife. She'll be like, oh, better start taking it easy. You're getting sick. I don't know what taking it easy means. So. Taking it easy requires me to be sick. I don't have time for that right now. This winter, I have time in the winter to be sick. I don't have time before snowfall to be sick. There's no time for that. My body needs to be used to less sleep and just going, because we don't have time for sickness until snow flies. So, too bad. Cool. Yeah, I don't worry about that. And I mean no offense. I mean no offense. I don't. I'd rather have that. I'd rather catch it myself. And I realize different people, different health things, but that is a good point. It's probably, lately I've been feeling really tired. Doesn't matter how little or how much sleep I get, to be honest. I'm like, man, I'm just tired. But that could be it. I've had the horrible neck ache one, the bad headache one, the so exhausted I can't move one. Versions. But you're also talking to a guy that does his best to not even take anything for a headache. When I'm sick with just a regular cold, no thanks, I'll suffer as long as I can. I don't like to take anything. Sometimes my wife's like, you should really just take some NyQuil so you can sleep. Nah. If I go a few days without sleeping, then yeah, I'll take something like that so I can get a good night's rest, but I don't like to take anything. What's going on, Rhinestone? What's happening, Suzanne? Probably. Blood sugar is probably high. That's probably true. I'm not diabetic, but I'm probably working on it. Been eating too much junk. Sometimes I get a real sweet tooth. So this guy's gonna go outside and dry. Once he's dry, we'll paint the eyes. Oh, we got a little bare spot. Little bare spot on the bear. Stupid dad humor. There we go. Let's see, 3 left. That's not too bad. Maybe we'll even carve some new ones. Because really, I just got to get them painted and out here drying. Oh yeah, I got signs. I got to make signs though. So I don't like to make team-related stuff a whole lot. I'm not far from Buffalo though. And I only have this one store that requests it, because customers do. So I will make signs that say Buffalo. I will make signs that say the Bills, and we will make signs that say Bills Mafia. What up, Florin? You're gonna be gone for a week, Suzanne? You're having something done, aren't you? Or are you going on vacation? Yeah, too much sugar in the system. I'm trying to think, what do we have today? About 3 bowls of cereal this morning, Frosted Flakes. There's no sugar in that. Coffee with a teaspoon of honey. No sugar in that. Jocko energy drink, which actually has healthy stuff in it. If you look those up, Jocko, those are pretty good. They're not even close or comparable to a Monster or any of that other stuff. Piece of gum. Just drank a soda. I'm sure my sugar's through the roof. Reunion stuff. Oh, that's cool, Florin. That's awesome. well, you are welcome here. Hit that subscribe button. You don't even have to. You don't even have to have medium. Wood is your medium. We're all about that creativity stuff, so it's all good. It's all good. Oh yeah, I forgot we gotta cut this guy down the back. Did that battery die? Let's see. She dead. That's a battery they don't make anymore. Actually, when I first started getting into servicing steel equipment, I was talking to a steel rep about this battery. It's the AP160, and he said that doesn't exist. So I had to take a picture and send it to him, and he goes, "Get out of here." Mountain Dew. Yeah, it's so bad for you. I'm going to be honest. I don't drink regular soda. I like one occasionally. I've been doing this stuff, the Zevia. Ginger ale, or they got like a root beer. Zero sugar, but I'm sure it's got some other trash in it. I really do, though. Like, I don't do Pepsi. I don't do Mountain Dew. I stay away from all that, like, all that stuff. So my wife and I went out to dinner last night. It's a nice little local place. We've been going about once, twice a month. Got good food. I just wish they would get more consistent with the steaks. I really do. I wish they would, even though they're doing a buttered garlic, I wish they would throw some salt and some pepper on it when they throw it on the grill. It still tastes pretty good, but the consistency is bothering me. I like a steak medium. Might it being a little red? I don't even mind if there's some red juice. Like, I just don't want it crazy. However, 2 times ago when we went, mine was still mooing. So tonight I was like, I'll try something crazy and I'll say medium well. No, I shouldn't have done that. That was a horrible waste of steak. I ate it, but that was well done. I was like, dang it. Come on now. Should have stuck with medium. It probably would have been perfect last night. It's nice though to get out, go to dinner with her. I got a order of little neck clams, a couple salads, some soup, a couple of steaks. Somewhat local too, so it's not a big chain restaurant. The family owns 2 restaurants in our town, and we enjoy eating at both, regardless to the little inconsistency in those steaks, but I get over it because I'd rather support, small little local place. Father owns one business, son owns the other. I think that's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty stinking awesome. Actually, his dad from what I understand, his father passed him down the first business, and him and his wife do a really good job of running that. Really good job. It's like a staple here, and it's pretty awesome. And then he started up another one that's very successful, so we enjoy supporting their businesses. And they do stuff for the local schools, which is cool. I like supporting small business when I can. It's tough sometimes though, like when you got to go into the hardware store and you want to support a small hardware store, but their prices are twice as much as everybody else. And you got projects or work to do. That makes it really tough. Especially if you're like on a budget. Whoa. Should probably put a mask on. That one got me. Tasting that later. I've got to burn his. Nah, it's good enough. A little brown on there. He'll be all right. Little bear, he will hold a welcome sign. I am getting hungry, right? It's 4 o'clock. I don't need to eat. I'll be all right. Can't hear nothing when I was using that tool. What exactly is the sound of poop? I do wonder. Something like that, probably. Some of the tools, it noise cancels, but apparently on this, apparently with a flap sander, it's not noise canceling on that. Thanks. 48 watching, 27 thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Oh boy. All right. 2 more. Then I got to get a router and I got to move in. And then I got to move into making a bunch of signs out of a stack that's over here. Dad, what's happening, man? What up? What up? really hate these earmuffs. They just make my head sweat. The other ones didn't, believe it or not, but those ones really do. Cheap junk. Oh, and I just dropped them. I don't know if I want to get another pair of Isotunes or go with steel ones for headphones. I'm not sure yet. Earmuffs. Bluetooth earmuffs. What's going on, everybody? 45 watching, 29 thumbs up. Tap that screen and hit subscribe if you don't already. Not trying to add color. Just burning the fuzzies off so they don't poke you once it gets clear coated. Quick little burn, that's it. That's it, that's it. For the store I sell these through, she's had people try to steal these. I always have to drill a 1-inch hole through the bottoms. And we cable them all up and padlock them down. So people try to walk off with them at that location. Which is crazy, but yeah, it's the world we live in. Really, it's supposed to. It's supposed to be noise canceling. Can you still hear me, or is it off? How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can hear me over here past the bear? Yes? Yes, yes? Because there's 2 buttons on here. Okay. So, I might have turned the noise canceling off. Is this any better? Can you hear me talk at all? Or is it just the drill? Are we canceling out the drill? I don't know. Maybe. It's supposed to be noise canceling. Could you hear me talking with the drill on? Or no? Maybe they're not working right. No. No. Maybe they ain't working right. It's supposed to be noise canceling, but hang tight. Going for a wild ride. There you go. We'll just take them off. Sometimes I wonder if it has anything to do with TikTok or YouTube specifically, because I've been carving live with TikTok using all these tools live on TikTok. Everybody says we hear you fine, man. Cancels all that stuff out as soon as you start talking. But I think that's the second time I've tried these on here, and you guys are like, nope, those tools are way too loud with the mic on. So I don't know. Weird. Doesn't make no sense. One more to do. Yeah, maybe it's a high and low button. I don't know. I'll have to mess around with it. Last pair for today. 12, so we got 13, lucky 13. Oh, 14, 15, there we go. There's two more over here. About 15 signs I gotta do next. They are so time consuming, they're almost not even worth it. Those signs will sell for about $10 a piece and take me way more time than I'd like them to take. Put 15 on them and you can't give them away. Put 10 on them and then you're not getting paid for them. 15 you're barely getting paid for them, but whatever. Must be getting hungry. I wasn't. And then all of a sudden, my brain just went, oh yeah, there's meatballs in the crock pot. Yay. New channel, I chainsaw carve when I'm not talking and running my mouth. Yes, Mike. Yes. Got that. Forgot to do that. Flame on. Maybe not. We'll see. Oh yeah. Super healthy. You got a cold, it's like a Vicks vapor bath, you know? Just kidding, no it's not. You probably shouldn't do that, not at all. It fell into my arm. Burbage autocorrect. What? Allow you to use burrs. Sweet. 4-inch grinder. What grinder you got? All my die grinders are from Harbor Freight. And then I'm just using, obviously I run Saburrtooth burrs. I got to get my account set up with them so I can share links with you guys so I get commission when you buy through my links. They have me set up, I just haven't finished the paperwork. I haven't done it yet. Neighbors' dogs are getting a little vocal, eh? Be honest, I think I'm going to go in the house and raid the crock pot. That's what I'm thinking. Thanks, Michael. I think I'm going to go in the house and raid the crock pot a little early so I can get back out here and make about 15 signs. But we've been on here for an hour and a half or so. Appreciate you guys hanging out. If you're new, hit subscribe. Catch some other lives. I'm trying to go live a little bit more often. One of these days we'll make some more tutorials. I don't know when that's going to be. Appreciate y'all though. Thanks for showing up. Hope you guys have an awesome day and an awesome rest of your week if I don't go live later this week. But baby kisses. Thanks again for that $5. Appreciate it. See you guys later. Oh yeah, look for me on TikTok. 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 See you guys later. Bye.